It's just very strange to be in this moment now with all the things that have happened over the past 6 months and think of that as a simpler time. You know, things have been so anxious and stressful and very difficult for people, and I wanted the exhibition to really be the antithesis of the moment. I just kept telling myself over and over the past 6 months while I was working to keep things really simple, and clear. I had this mantra that it's kind of funny, an old landlord said this to me of all people, is not to hold on to things too tightly. And I think that is really a great piece of advice for so many reasons, but in relationship to the work, it was about not just imposing myself so much on the process and to be really open to failure and to experimentation. I guess the thing that I was really looking for in the work was to make it very sensitive to this actual environment at Lawndale. This space is pretty formidable and it has really specific attributes. It's got these, like, I will not be denied pillars in the space. Anybody that's worked in here or visits the space knows that they kind of have to be addressed. I began the work thinking that I would make these very tall, thin, tapered paintings that are about 11 feet tall that are just kind of stained washes of color. And I really was thinking that along with this idea of making quiet, meditative work, that the color could possibly take on, I don't know, spiritual, evocative connotations possibly, but be something that was definitely very responsive to the architecture and the place. I have this thing where I feel like bringing disparate elements together actually is a thing of strength. Like the tension between really opposing things can be a really good thing. So I intentionally am bringing together two really different ways of painting. I've really invested a lot in staining and pouring my surfaces, like multiple thin veils of paint to get these really soft, kind of evocative places. And then I'm combining that with very hard edge, graphic, flat areas of paint. And those two things, while they are very different vocabularies, seem to charge one another and to feed off of each other. I feel like the paintings themselves are conversations amongst each other. It's almost like they're not so much interacting with the viewer or me. I feel like they're very much having a conversation with each other. It's like they're at a dinner party having relationships with one another in a way that a lot of my other work hasn't been in the past. My work is always idiosyncratic, and I feel like this work is different in that it's much more communal. And again, I think that happened because I was thinking so specifically about this place and what I wanted it to feel like and what kind of experience people could possibly have in it. All the surfaces of the work are these poured things on raw canvas that are like the pigment is being absorbed into the skin of the canvas, right? It's almost like the work absorbs in a quiet, substantive, meditative way. And to me, that is sort of political. So I feel like I have a responsibility to be the best in my practice that I can and be sensitive to the moment in the way that I feel like I can respond to it, which is a bit about what I've talked about and trying to create something that's really an antithesis of the moment. It's not about wanting to silence things or not acknowledge the moment that we're in. It's about a sense of relief, almost like a deep breath, right? That you would come in here and that your experience would physically just resonate in a way that is something outside of everything that's happening.